I think I can say with some certainty you've never heard of this game before. Why? Well, because nobody is talking about it. This is Inazuma 11 Strikers, one of the most fun Wii games I've ever played. And even though it only has a score of 59 on Metacritic, I'd argue this game deserves a lot more attention. And to convince you of that, I'm going to do something I've never done before on this channel, and use my face. Nice to meet you. So, Inazuma 11 Strikers, what the hell is it and why do I love it so much? To give you a bit of context, we need to go back in time a little. To this thing. The year is 2008, and developer Level 5, also known for the Professor Layton franchise, published the game Inazuma 11 for the Nintendo DS, an RPG centered around junior high football. In this game, you play as Mark Evans and his friends, and your goal is to win the Football Frontier tournament. You play matches with real-time and turn-based elements to advance, and try to create the best possible team by scouting players from the other teams you've played against. But these guys aren't just regular football players, of course. It is an anime-style game. All players in this game have got Hisatsus, or special abilities. You can use these to catch, defend, dribble, and shoot. This is what the franchise is most commonly known for, and probably one of the main reasons people love it so much. But in the DS games, there's more of a focus on story instead of just playing football matches. So after releasing 2 more DS games and an anime and manga series, Level 5 released Inazuma 11 Strikers in 2011, a game with themes from all the previous entries solely focused on real-time matches. I mean, it all sounds great, right? A game that celebrates the franchise by incorporating teams from all of the previous games and focusing on what the games are most known for. Crazy football matches. But according to the reviews on Metacritic, the game isn't nearly as good as the previous entries and the gameplay lacks depth. But is that really true? Let's jump in and see what this game has to offer. As mentioned, in this game it's all about the matches, and you can play these in a couple different modes. You can also play minigames, but I'll get into those later. Let's start at the regular exhibition mode. Here you can select from an array of different teams from the DS games, with a few exclusives to this game as well. So let's pick some teams and see what the main gameplay is all about. So when you've got the ball, you can pass, shoot, use a dribble to annoy your friends who don't know how to stop it, and most importantly, use special abilities when your Inazuma meter is full. If you hold down the B button, you start charging a super shot, and the longer you hold it, the stronger it becomes. You've got level 1, 2, 3, and co-op shots, with the latter being the strongest. Once you've shot, it's the opposing goalkeeper's move. They can select the level 1 to 3 catch move to try and stop the shot. On top of shooting, you can also use special dribble moves when you've got the ball. If you shake your Wii remote, a circle spawns around you, and if you hit an opponent with this circle, a dribble animation plays and you get past them. When you do not have the ball, you can try to defend with regular tackles and Brexit tackles that even Boris Johnson would envy.
What was that?
Yeah, fouls do occur sometimes, but most of the times you can just break your opponent's ankles. But most importantly, you can also use special moves for defending. These work the same as dribble moves, but some of these you can also use to block shots. All the moves you use drain TP, so it's important to keep track of it so that your players can keep using special moves. With goalkeepers, this is especially important, because when they don't have enough TP, it's very easy to score against them. But yeah, that's basically the core gameplay, just crazy football fun. The controls are very easy to understand and really do not take that long to master, so you'll be having fun with these matches very quickly. You could also play matches in a tournament, but the most in-depth mode of this game is Club Room. Club Room is all about making your own custom team, which was one of the most fun parts of the previous games. You start with the basic team of Rayman 11, but as you progress, you play against all teams in the game, and after you've played them, you can scout all players from these teams. This means the possibilities are straight up endless, and finding new players to add to your team is a really good feeling. It's somehow very rewarding to see your team get stronger and stronger along the way. One way of making your team stronger is by unlocking moves for certain characters. Some characters have co-op moves, and you can unlock these by strengthening their bonds. You do this simply by playing matches or through the means of training. Remember the minigames I mentioned? In training, you can play these minigames to improve characters' TP or their friendship bonds. We've got Bus Pull, Tire Punch, Volley, Tire Dash, and Bungee Shoot. Specifically, the Volley minigame is great for friendship bonds, so I definitely put way too much time in that one. Improving friendship bonds can feel a little grindy at times, but it's definitely not as bad as with some other games. But actually unlocking one of the moves after all this is the best feeling you can get in this game, because you know you have a new weapon to use in your matches. But by far the coolest feature of Club Room is the fact that you can save your teams to a Wii remote. How is this cool, you may ask? Well, I didn't mention this yet, but you can use your custom teams in exhibition matches as well. And you can also select teams that are saved to your Wii remote. This doesn't just mean that you can have 4 more custom teams saved, but it also means that a friend that has the game can save their custom team and bring it over to play against yours. I honestly didn't know the Wii Remote had the capability to save stuff to it, but I think it's a really ingenious feature. I know that online gaming was already a thing by this point, so in that regard it's not that exciting, but I just think this is an amazing use of the Wii Remote for this game. By the way, I usually do not ask for this, but if you've made it this far into the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We just hit 500 and my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so it would really mean a lot. But yeah, Club Room is just fantastic. But it's even better if you already know a little bit about the franchise. Especially watching the anime will make your playthrough a million times more fun, because you know which characters have what co-op moves and you don't have to look it all up. And overall, the fan service is just amazing. So many fan favorite characters are in this game, and finally seeing them in a nice looking 3D real-time game is very, very nice. But I think that's the thing with this game, it's just misunderstood. You can see in every way that this game was made for fans of the franchise, and it's trying to be an extension to the DS games rather than an improvement. But a lot of reviews bashed it for not being as good as the previous entries. And I mean, of course not. It's not trying to be a football RPG, it's its own thing. A fun spin-off that fans and non-fans alike can have a ton of fun with. I do gotta say that some of the criticisms are kind of justified. I mean, the fact that this didn't have an online mode is, well, pretty criminal, but the fact that you can save your teams to a Wii Remote kind of makes up for it in my opinion. Because I mean, saving things to a Wii Remote still works, while the Wii's online servers are all but shut down. All things considered, I think this game definitely deserves a lot more attention than it's getting now. It's just a very simple and fun experience to have with friends or by yourself. So if you by any chance are a professional reviewer, do me a favor and leave a positive review on Metacritic. I do want to address one thing though, because this game does have one glaring flaw. The voice acting. Yeah, that's enough Wii for one day. If you want to learn a little bit about the history of PlayStation though, you should check this video right here.